Okay, let's try this parabola question 3.1. It says the sketch below represents the graph of the function x squared minus 2x minus 3. There's the parabola. And a line g equals mx plus c, but they're not telling us m and c. So we've got P as a point on F and on Q. Oh, PQ. Okay, so PQ is parallel to the y-axis. That could be important. A and B are x-intercepts of S. Those are x-intercepts where y equals 0. The straight line G passes through the points A and D. And D is the intersection and A of F and G at x equals 2. So the value right here is x equals 2. Okay, first thing, determine the coordinates of A and B. You have to know that A and B are x-intercepts. And an x-intercept, y equals 0. So you put 0 there. And then you factor this. Well, 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1 times minus 3 is minus 3. And plus 1x and minus 3x give you that minus 2x. Well, that gives us x is minus 1. Well, that looks like a is minus 1. And x equals 3. It looks like it's about 1 to the right of 3. So a is minus 1 and 0. B is 3 and 0. And they ask for coordinates, so you don't just say the numbers. Well, there's the first part. Now, the next question says, show that the straight line show that the straight line G, that m is equal to minus 1, so it's minus 1x minus c, so show that. Well, the first thing you do is I can get d. I can figure out what d is. I know that a is minus 1 and 0, but all I have to do is put 2 into the function. So you go 2 squared, because it's x squared minus 2x minus 2 times 2 minus 3. You get minus 3. When you put 2 into the parabola, you get minus 3. Well, now we've got a point minus 1 and 0 and a point 2 and minus 3. So we just do the gradient thing. We go subtract the y coordinates, which is 0 minus minus 3. Subtract the x coordinates, which is minus 1 minus 2. Well, you get 3 over negative 3. Hey, m is minus 1, just like we were supposed to find out. And then if you write y equals minus 1x plus c, we're trying to figure out what c is. Just put y is 0 and x is minus 1 in there, and that'll equal plus 1. You subtract it, c is minus 1. So there we showed that m is minus 1 and c is minus 1. The equation of this line is y equals minus x minus 1. And the next question, determine the coordinates of R given that PQ is 10 units. PQ is 10 units. Well, if you take the function, the parabola, and you subtract the equation of the line, so if we subtract, subtract those two things, we get this distance. So you take the function, the parabola, and you subtract the line. And then you solve for it. That's how you do it. If you want to find the difference between two functions, if you're told PQ is 10, you write 10 there, and then you subtract the two functions, the parabola minus the line. It kind of makes sense. There you are on the parabola minus the line. Well, x squared, there's only one x squared. Minus 2x, but you're minus minus, plus x, that makes that minus x. You've got minus 3 here. Plus 1, that's minus 2, but then you subtract 10, you get minus 12. Well, you factor this. 3 times 4 gives you 12, but plus 3 minus 4 gives you the minus 1x here, plus 3x minus 4x. So your answer is x is minus 3, x is minus 3, that's one place, or x is 4. So it looks like R must be 4. R must be 4. Well, that makes sense. Okay, because, yeah, 4 and 0. And there you go.